Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope your day is going great. Mine's been going awesome so far, and we got some juice to talk about today, guys. So guess what? ASHE came out during BlizzCon. Everybody was so hyped on this hero. I know we haven't really covered it on my channel yet, but I am so elated that they added this hero into the game. I know it's another DPS hero, and we get a lot of DPS heroes, but they're just the most exciting. You can do so much with her kit. It's incredible. And today on stream, Effect was learning how to play her, and well, we all know Effect is an incredible gamer and quite the grinder. So he's going to grind this hero out. We've already seen some amazing plays from him, and I'm willing to say that he is probably one of the best Ashes right now. We're going to take a look at some of his highlights at the end of the video, but first, we're starting off with some juice, guys. Reinforce, an Overwatch League analyst, pretty much carried all of Season 1 with his amazing analysis and just insight overall about the game and the teams was great. Well, unfortunately, guys, it seems like Overwatch League and Blizzard have decided to drop him for Season 2, basically firing him from the Overwatch League, so we're not going to have Reinforce for Season 2 on the desk. And to me personally, I think this is really unfortunate because, as I said earlier, Reinforce carried the desk in my opinion when it came to like high level stuff. Now, I love me some Bren, I love me some Sideshow, you guys know that. They're hilarious and they really do lighten up the desk and the mood and make it more fun and exciting. But looking back at the Overwatch World Cup, it was kind of cringy, man. That desk stuff, yeah, some of it was funny, but like there was way too much of it. They went way overboard. Overwatch League Season 1 had a really good balance of it. There was great insight and knowledge coming from both Sideshow and Bren, as well as Reinforce doing a very good job at it, but they still had their cringy and funny moments, which was cool. But now, I feel like there's going to be this huge void in the desk, and that Blizzard might decide to snowball what they did at the Overwatch World Cup and bring it to Season 2 of Overwatch League. So we're going to talk more in depth about this situation and why I think they shouldn't have fired Reinforce at the beginning of the video. Then we're going to be moving on, and we're talking a little bit more about Team UK and USA, how I feel looking back at the whole entire thing, and more specifically, we're talking about Fusions because today he was confirmed on ESPN that he is joining the Boston Uprising, which personally I did leak a couple weeks ago, but now we have even more confirmation, so it seems like he did get on to Boston. Congratulations to him. We're going to cover that, and of course the effect stuff is going to be in the video as well, guys, so stay tuned for an amazing video, a whole bunch of content. If you guys are excited to watch this video, be sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more daily Overwatch League news, updates, drama, whatever it is. You will find Overwatch League content here every single day, guys. And now, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the video and talk about Reinforce and the Overwatch League. So as I said, Blizzard decided not to continue working with Reinforce. This is what Reinforce tweeted after the World Cup this weekend. I had an amazing time this weekend, but I'm sad to announce that this is the end as I have not been offered a talent contract for Overwatch League 2019. Overwatch is the best thing to ever happen to me. Thank you to my fantastic coworkers and my lovely fans. You made me happy. So this is a pretty sad tweet to read, and he continued to type up a few more tweets. Let's go ahead and take a look at them. I plan to continue streaming Overwatch frequently this off-season and hang out with my favorite broadcast crew here in Los Angeles. Overwatch remains my #1 passion in life. This is not the last you have seen of me. And after the community seen these tweets, they kind of had an outburst, which I agree with them. Why would you get rid of Reinforce? He did a great job in Season 1. It just doesn't make sense to get rid of him for Season 2. And the community is sending their condolences. They feel really bad, and they didn't understand. Why would he be on the World Cup, but now all of a sudden not get offered a job for next season of the Overwatch League? It's just weird. And then Reinforce cleared it up, and he sent this tweet out. I'd like to finally clarify that I was informed of this months ago, but I decided now was the time to make it public. #BlizzCon 2018 was the perfect event to round things out with, and I couldn't be happier about the end result of our show. No leaks here. Wow, so Blizzard decided to release him months ago. They decided that they didn't want him in Season 2, which is a little odd because why did you hire him for the World Cup then? Maybe they were giving him another chance? I don't know what's going on. I really feel bad for Reinforce. I want to see him in Season 2 of the Overwatch League because he killed Season 1. He was the best guy on the desk in my opinion. Now, I do have a little smile on my face at the end of that tweet because he did say no leaks here, as if he does have something good planned for himself in the future. So it means like he's He's not going to be completely jobless. He won't be like trying to find money somehow. I mean, to be fair, he did do a great job in Season 1. I don't see why anybody in esports of Overwatch would not want to hire him for almost any job. The guy's been a pro player. He's now been an analyst on the desk. That means he could either play for a team, he can coach a team, he can be an analyst for the team. I'm sure he could be a GM. There's so many jobs he could fulfill, so I am confident he will find somewhere in esports. But it just sucks because he did an amazing job in Season 1, and I think everybody agrees on that, and even the talent that was on Season 1 like Bren and Sideshow, which Bren did make some tweets about this. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. I don't think it needs to be mentioned, but I am genuinely broken up by this. I wasn't originally supposed to work the Overwatch World Cup desk, but Johnny pushed to get me involved because he knew how much it meant for me to work at BlizzCon. And then Reinforce responded to this. He said, "I love you, Bren, and I couldn't ask for a better housemate. As contrary to popular belief, every day was an adventure in and of itself. It's been a pleasure working alongside you. You'll achieve great things in your career, my friend." So that's where we are, guys, with all those tweets. It's pretty sad going through all of this. I feel bad for Reinforce because I thought he did a great job. I did not see this coming. He really did hold the desk together well. Whenever the boys got off track and they started joking around, Bren, Golden Boy, Sideshow, he would bring them back together, start talking about the games. Of course, Golden Boy did a good job about that as well, but Reinforce was the one who really carried it and talked about the high-level stuff, which I personally enjoyed a lot. And as I mentioned earlier, I kind of feel like the desk is going to spiral out of control without Reinforce. Unless they hire somebody else who has really expertise knowledge when it comes to the game and all of the teams, I just feel like it's going to become more of a cringe fest, more of a comedic style type desk where they're cracking jokes, they're making it funny, and they're not really breaking down the games, talking about the players and the teams. Of course, there still is going to be some talk about the games. They have to, that's their job, but it's just going to be in a really funny or joking manner, kind of like the World Cup was. And I'm sure a lot of you guys really did love the World Cup, but it just got a bit cringy to me, I'm not gonna lie. I think ever since that one charity stream that Bren, Harsha, and Sideshow did, where they were just like massive trolls and Harsha was just cracking everybody up, they got a little overboard with the stuff and they brought it to the World Cup. Now, of course, I loved that stream. Harsha killed it. That was some of the funniest content I've ever seen in my life when it comes to esports. But the fact is, it's going to be the Overwatch League. This needs to be the most successful esports league ever. I mean, that's what they're setting it up to be. They have investors putting $60 million in to buy a city to compete in this league, and if the desk is joking 24/7, I really don't see how that reflects the $60 million investment. Now, I'm sure Blizzard is going to have a hold on this. They're not going to make it too cringy, but I really do hope they hire somebody with high expertise, as I mentioned. I love the casters. We have fantastic casters. Uber, Mr. X, they're amazing. Monty and Doa, they kill it. Even Semler and Hex, who a lot of people didn't enjoy at the beginning of the Overwatch League, they improved so much by the end of the season, and I'm actually excited to hear them cast again come Overwatch League. Specifically Hex, he's been in the scene forever since the very beginning. He has great knowledge, so I'm not really worried about the casters. I'm just a little bit worried about the desk. Hopefully they do get that high-level knowledge tied in during Season 2. If not, I will be very sad if it turns into a cringe fest. And I mean, honestly, all this comes down to is like, rest in peace Reinforce, you know? We're not going to have him for Season 2, which is very sad. Rest in peace. F in the chat. Pay your respects, boys. Reinforce is gone. Let's go ahead and move on now, and let's talk about Boston Uprising, Fusions from Team UK, and a little bit about their match in the World Cup against USA. Now, I know everybody remembers USA versus UK as being this huge upset, and the underdogs, UK, beating the overconfident, cocky Team USA, but honestly, I want to remember it as Fusions popping off and becoming a superstar. Like, he honestly just cemented himself as one of the greatest main tanks in all of Overwatch World Cup history. His performance in that match was incredible. I know a lot of people are joking and trash talking about Muma, but the fact is, Muma is a really good main tank. He never underperforms like that, and the way Fusions outplayed him was insane. And I think that is all in credit due to Fusions. Not because Muma or Team USA choked or played bad. Fusions just showed the F up. Yeah, all the trash talk was fun, the underdog story was amazing, but I want us to remember this as Fusions' homecoming. The first time we ever seen this guy play and pop off. And now going into the Overwatch League, he is signed by the Boston Uprising, which was confirmed today by ESPN on an an article. Let's go ahead and take a look at it real quick. While the entire team played well, Cameron Fusion's Bosworth stood out with impressive Reinhardt, Winston, and Orisa play. He joined the United Kingdom's World Cup roster a month ago after the Paris group stage and has made a clear impression on the world of Overwatch since then. Team sources have confirmed that Bosworth has signed with the Boston Uprising. He joins his teammate Pond, who will be playing for Paris Overwatch League franchise next season. Pond is Cruz, and Philadelphia Fusion star Boombox as the only British players currently signed in the Overwatch League. So there it is, boys, also confirmed by ESPN now that Fusions is indeed joining the Boston Uprising, and this is interesting because right now they do have Gamsu on their roster and Axiom. That's 2 main tanks as well as Fusions, 3 main tanks on this roster, which guarantees one of them is going to be a two-way player, which in my opinion is either going to be Axiom or potentially Fusions. The reason I feel like it probably is Fusions is because he got signed prior to this huge performance at the World Cup. If Boston were to sign him now, I don't think they would make him the two-way player, probably Axiom, but they did sign him before his incredible performance, so I feel like he's going to be the two-way player, but potentially now going to get an opportunity to start because he did just pop off super hard. Oh, and actually guys, so as I'm making this video, it was announced by Boston Uprising that Fusions has joined their team. They just tweeted this out, guys. Let's see it. Boston Uprising. We are proud to officially announce Fusions as part of Boston Uprising. Fusions will be joining us on a 2-way contract with Toronto Esports. So there it is, guys. As expected, it was a 2-way contract. I do have a feeling that he is going to get a chance to start, though, because of his performance, and we're just going to have to see what he does. So we're just going to have to wait and see what Boston does decide to do going into Season 2, but it is awesome. We now have 100% confirmation reported by me and ESPN. Fusions is on the Boston Uprising, so congratulations to him. Well deserved. And now let's go ahead and move on and talk about Effect and take a look at some of his amazing ASHE clips so far. The hero just came out today on the PTR, and I know there's a lot of pro players taking advantage of it, but Effect really does look like one of the best at this hero so far. Let's roll some highlights, boys. Unfortunately, I won't be able to play the original sound from a stream because for some reason when I download the clips, there's no sound, so I'm going to put music behind it, guys. Enjoy watching his plays though. A lot of them are really cool, and you guys can definitely learn off of him already. He is playing a great ASHE. Let's hop into it.